Alright, so a 23-year-old girl with 0 followers just made $800 last month. She has no camera, no ring light, no face on screen, and technically speaking, she doesn't even exist. Welcome to the AI influencer economy, and what I'm about to show you might be the most overlooked opportunity of 2026. Here's the thing, most people heard about AI influencers last year and laughed it off. Fake people selling products. That'll never work. But while everyone was joking, something quietly changed. Brands started paying, platforms started rewarding, and a small group of creators figured out how to profit from characters they built from scratch. But here's what nobody noticed. Until now, creating a realistic AI influencer was expensive, complicated, and required serious technical skills. You needed multiple tools, subscriptions, and hours of editing just to get something halfway believable. That barrier just collapsed. A platform called Higgsfield just launched something called AI Influencer Studio. And this changes everything about how AI content gets made. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Inside this studio, you're not picking from 5 generic templates. You're building a character from the ground up with over 90 different parameters: skin tone, body type, facial structure, hair, clothing, expression. Every single detail is customizable, and this is where things get interesting. You're not limited to what looks normal. Want to create a human-creature hybrid? Done. Twins with matching aesthetics? Easy. Something the internet has literally never seen before. That's the point. Once your character looks exactly how you imagined, you bring them to life. The motion engine inside this platform generates realistic movement, expressions, and presence. We're talking up to 30 seconds of high-definition video output that looks disturbingly real. But here's the part most people miss. Creating the influencer is only half the equation. Higgsfield also launched something called Higgsfield Earn, and this is where creators actually start getting paid. The concept is simple. You create AI videos using their platform. You post them on YouTube or Instagram. You paste the link into their dashboard. And you earn rewards based on how your content performs. No manual approval process. No waiting around hoping someone notices you. Connect your social account, verify ownership, and start tracking your earnings immediately. Now let me be clear about something. This isn't some promise of overnight riches. But what it does offer is a legitimate path to monetization that didn't exist 6 months ago. Think about it this way. Remember when everyone said Bitcoin was a joke? Then NFTs. The people who got in early on those waves didn't wait for mainstream acceptance. They saw the opportunity and moved. AI influencers are following the exact same pattern. And the window to get in before saturation is closing faster than most realize. But here's the real question. Why would anyone follow an AI influencer in the first place? This is where psychology gets fascinating. Studies show that audiences engage with consistent, relatable characters regardless of whether they're real. What matters is the content, the personality, and the value being delivered. An AI influencer posts every single day without burnout. They never have a bad hair day. They never get cancelled for something stupid they said 10 years ago. And they can be optimized based on what actually performs. From a pure content strategy perspective, the advantages are staggering. And here's something even more surprising. The engagement rates on some AI influencer accounts are outperforming human creators in the same niche. Why? Because the content is engineered for performance from the start. Every expression, every angle, every detail is intentional. Traditional influencers spend years figuring out what works. AI influencers can be refined in days based on real data. It's like comparing a hand-drawn map to GPS navigation. Both get you there, but one is dramatically more efficient. This is why major brands are quietly shifting budgets toward AI-generated content. They see the writing on the wall, and the creators who understand this shift are positioning themselves accordingly. Now here's what most creators are getting wrong. They're trying to make their AI influencers look as human as possible and hoping nobody notices. That approach is already dying. The creators winning right now are leaning into the AI aspect. They're transparent about it. They're creating characters with unique aesthetics that couldn't exist in real life. And audiences are responding because it feels fresh, not deceptive. Higgsfield understood this. That's why their studio doesn't just offer realistic presets. It lets you merge characters, combine styles, and create something genuinely original. Let me walk you through how this actually works. Step 1. You design your character using their advanced image generation. Define the look, style, and vibe. Step 2. You use the video generation to add motion, expression, and life. Step 3. You generate and download content that's ready to post. Step 4. You publish, paste the link into Higgsfield Earn, and start tracking performance. The entire workflow happens in one place. No jumping between 5 different apps, no complicated export processes, no technical headaches. And here's something they just added. 13 pre-built AI influencer characters are ready to use immediately, fully editable and customizable. So even if you don't want to build from scratch, you can start creating content today. But I need to address the elephant in the room. Is this sustainable? Or is it just another hype cycle that burns out in 6 months? Here's my honest take. The AI influencer space is going to get crowded, that's inevitable. But the creators who establish their characters now, who build recognition and audience loyalty early, will have a massive advantage when the mainstream finally catches on. Here's my honest take. The AI influencer space is going to get crowded, that's inevitable. But the creators who establish their characters now, who build recognition and audience loyalty early, will have a massive advantage when the mainstream finally catches on. First mover advantage is real, and in content creation, it's everything. The tools have finally caught up to the vision. A year ago, making this kind of content required a studio budget. Now it requires a browser and an idea. And let's talk about the cost barrier for a second. Most AI video tools charge premium prices that make experimentation painful. You burn through credits just testing ideas. But Higgsfield positioned themselves as one of the most affordable platforms in this space. That means you can actually iterate, refine, and perfect your character without watching your budget disappear after 3 attempts. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. Do you want to watch this trend unfold from the sidelines? Or do you want to be one of the people who actually built something while everyone else was still debating whether it was real? Because 6 months from now, when AI influencers are everywhere, the ones who started today will already own the space. The opportunity is here. The tools are ready. The only variable left is whether you move on it. And if you're wondering where to start, I've put the links to Higgsfield AI Influencer Studio and Higgsfield Earn in the description and pinned comment below. This is happening whether we're ready or not. The only question is which side of it you want to be on. Alright, that's it for this one. Drop your take in the comments if you enjoyed this.